Hi there, I care and you matter. I'm Shannon and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about my latest greatest find, which is a new writing tote, or what I made into my new writing tote. And originally I was using a canvas tote, which was really, it was cute, it met my needs, but I didn't feel like it really screamed professional. And I've come to the conclusion that if I want to be a professional writer, I need to act like a professional writer. And to act like a professional writer, I need to feel a bit more professional. And so I've been on the lookout for several weeks for a new tote that I could put to use for my purposes. And I don't know if you would call this a tote. My mother-in-law said it was a handbag. I don't care what you call it. It works for me. So let me give you a little tour. First, let me talk about what I like about it. One, I love the price. I found this at my local thrift store. It was marked $6.99, but I had a $2 off coupon, so I spent $4.99 for it. And I just love the size. It is roughly 12 to 14 inches long by approximately 5 inches deep by about 10 inches tall. So I loved the size. It was big enough to hold everything I needed, but small enough to not be overwhelming. I also loved the weight of it. I have psoriatic arthritis in my hands, and well, sometimes I like to carry a lot of stuff. So my tote on its own can't weigh much at all, and this is feather light. Something else I loved about it was the handles. I love the fact that the handles are attached to the bag, front and back, with grommets. So when I set the bag down, the handles fall to either side. Not only that, the handles showed so little wear. I don't see any wear. In fact, I doubt this bag was even used. But it's just very, very comfortable to hold. This is pleather, aka vegan leather, aka, fake leather. So it's easy to care for, water resistant, all that good stuff. So next, let's talk about some of the things that I didn't like about it. I loved this zipper pocket on the front, but I did not like this little flap underneath it. And this would just it was just a flap. It had no purpose. In fact, it had the company name stamped in silver across it, which I really didn't like. But you know what? I had a real high-tech solution for that. I took a black Sharpie and painstakingly colored over it so that all the letters were hidden. Next, I didn't like how the flap just kind of moved around. So I took a little bit of Gorilla Permanent Fabric Glue, and I'll leave a link to that below. Just squirted a little of that on the back, pushed it down, let it dry, and that solved that problem. Last but not least, once I did color in the company name, it really was plain, and I wouldn't say ugly, just really plain. And so I wanted to make this my own. And a couple years back, my husband gave me this really cute little typewriter pen, which is my favorite color. The only problem I had with this pen is the back that came with it constantly fell off. So I was always worried about losing it. And so I thought, you know what? I'm committing to this bag. So what did I do? I took a pair of pliers and I just popped off the actual pin part, the back of this, so that the back of it was completely flat. And then I squirted a little more Gorilla Permanent Fabric Glue to the back of this, attached it down, and let it sit and dry for a couple hours. And there you go. That is not going anywhere. I know that my husband got this off of Amazon. So if I can find it again, I will go ahead and leave a link to it below in case you'd like to check that out too. But it's super cute. It's my favorite color. And it makes me happy to see, which is great. So love that. The other thing that I didn't like about this bag was the slip pocket in the back. Now, I'm never going to use this because there's no way to close it. But even when it was not in use, this pocket pooched out when I would carry the bag around and use it. Did not like that. It just annoyed me. Call me crazy. So what I did is I just put a bead of that same Gorilla Permanent Fabric Glue on the inside of the pocket and then weighted that down with a heavy book and waited a couple hours, and now that pocket is not going anywhere. It's right as rain. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I have inside of here. But before I do, let me unpack this and then we'll repack it together and I'll show you what I put inside, because there's one other thing I did not like about this tote. Oops, sorry about that. But it was a fixable thing, and I think it's a good tip or hack to use with other totes. Now, right now it stands up pretty well on its own because it's empty, but as soon as I put my supplies in there, it would fall over, and that was so annoying to me. So what I did when I actually found this tote in the thrift store is I went to the plastic section and I looked for a plastic basket or plastic bin, and you can use, oh, I don't know, a flexible cutting board, cut to size if you need to, if you can't find an exact fit as far as a bin goes. But I was really, really fortunate because I spent 49 cents on this, and look what happens. I can very easily tuck this in towards the bottom, push it down, and what it does, it's actually threefold. One, it keeps the tote standing up on its own, so when I set it down, it's going to stay put. Secondly, it's easy for me to see inside now because of the bright white. And lastly, it makes it super duper easy to clean. If I need to, let's say I've had a little mess, pins went everywhere, or maybe, God forbid, a pin exploded, it'd be real easy to pull this out and clean it, and the bag is not ruined. It also gives it a little more rigidity and sturdiness, makes it a little more heavy duty, so love that. One other tip I have, and you guessed it, it's index card related. I love aromatherapy. I'm not a big perfume person, but I love aromatherapy, specifically citrus and lavender. Citrus really energizes me, particularly sweet orange. That's my favorite. And lavender really relaxes me. And so in a lot of my supplies, I have little index cards, which I literally just squirt a couple drops of essential oils on, and then I tuck in different places. And in this bag, you see that? I have a index card. It has essential, let's see. Ooh, this is sweet orange, and that's tucked inside my bag to make it smell nice and refreshing, and it energizes me. So love that. So let's take a peek. Let's pack my bag back up together, and I'll show you what I actually keep inside here. First, let me put my bag off to the side here. I keep my writing folder, and I've actually done a video on this before. But just to give you a peek inside, oh, there's another index card with my sweet orange essential oils. I have my book planning worksheet that I created for myself, as well as my idea notebook over on the right, and just some loose leaf paper to use. So this goes inside here. Next, I have my planner, which I'm more of a functional planner. And I rarely use the monthly spread, but I do use the weekly spread as my daily checklist, my daily task list. And that's just really handy for me. I prefer Blue Sky planners and an 8x5 size. They're very inexpensive, and oops, excuse me with the camera there. And you can get them at Target or Amazon. If it's helpful, I'll go ahead and leave some links to the specific size and the style planner I like down below. Next, what I've been having sitting here next to me for a little bit, this is my pencil pouch, and I'll do another video, another tour of what I keep inside of here. But this, in short, contains my pens, my highlighters, all that good stuff. And that gets tucked inside here. And last but not least, I have two other things. This was my checklist for today, and I'm almost done with that. I keep just a regular old pad of paper, or a notepad, I should say. Not for my ideas, but if I have larger projects that have more specific tasks that aren't necessarily going to be assigned to different days of the week, then I keep another checklist there as well. And last but not least, I keep my index card pouch. Love this. I found this on clearance at Barnes & Noble's a couple weeks back, and I actually shared this in another video, but I always keep index cards handy because I am an analog advocate, an analog junkie, and no one is going to steal my index cards or my paper or my pens from me because, you know, I recognize the the benefits of technology, but I also really love and appreciate the benefits of sticking with analog, kicking it old school and writing with pen and paper. So those index cards get tucked inside here as well. And there you have it. That is my fancy schmancy new writing tote. I hope you've enjoyed this short video, and I hope that maybe you've got some ideas from this video that you can apply to create your own tote, whether you're a writer, a journaler, or just somebody who's trying to get stuff done. If you've liked this video, I ask that you pay the fee. What's the fee? Share me. Please consider sharing me with someone else who might also appreciate this kind of content. Until the next video, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.